welcome to another episode of Historically Marked. This is another Route 66 edition, and I am wearing my Route 66 shirt underneath. I don't know if you can see it, but it's getting chilly out, so I decided to put my hoodie on. But I am in front of the Ariston Cafe, which the original site we saw in Carlinville, but this has been permanent for a long time. There are a couple markers here and around others Route 66 landmarks in Litchfield, so let's start the tour and get in my kicks. Now, there are no other names for this road besides Old Historic Route 66. This is the 1930 to 1940 segment. And right over there is the Litchfield Museum and Route 66 Welcome Center, which is closed, but that's fine. I've been there before, but I'll show you a little outside tour of it pretty soon. So here is a wayside exhibit, and uh-oh, somebody needs to retool that thing. But what does Ariston mean? Okay, it translates to best or finest in Greek. It opened in 1924, but it wasn't always here. We saw the original site in Carlinville, but in 1935, since 1935, this place has served a lot of Route 66 travelers as well as locals, farmers, and you guessed it. And would you look at this? Famous diners. Well, politicians, but hey. Oh, big band leader Tommy Dorsey. Now, he was a big deal back in the 1940s, the big band era, before rock and roll. And this is a love story, a classic love story about how a man, he went inside, he was a frequent visitor of Ariston Cafe and to stalk a waitress. Okay, I know, I'm wording it wrong, but in today's terms. But I always love a good love story. And this here is a passport rubbing area. Well, apparently I thought that was a coaster, but if you scan the QR code, I guess you get revisited.com or Mother Road Revisited. Somebody wants me to check out their website. Nice. Over here is another historical marker here at this Ariston Cafe. This one is, you guessed it, Hampton Hotel's Save a Landmark program. Satisfying local patrons and international travelers since 1924, this landmark stop continues to attract diners who remember where good food is served. And I'll show you something else from the Ariston Cafe. Is a plaque. I mean, it's not really a historical marker, but it talks mostly about their status on the National Register of Historic Places. That's their induction plaque into the Illinois Route 66 Hall of Fame. And over there is another classic Route 66 eatery. There are no markers there, but it's worth pointing out. That is Jubelt's Bakery and Restaurant. I have never actually eaten there, but I have grabbed a few of their baked goods in the past. And who am I to talk bad about a bakery? Because anything that comes from a bakery is awesome. We're going to go across the street now to the Litchfield Museum and Route 66 Welcome Center, which is closed, judging by what's on the outside. But I will show you what's outside of it. I was here about a year ago, and I took plenty of pictures inside. And it's also the home of Montgomery County Genealogical Society. But this does tell a lot about everything Litchfield, as well as its status on Route 66. Here is a marker about the Vic Suling sign. This has been restored, and by the way, this gas station once sat here. This one's not really Route 66 related, but this is the cornerstone from the Litchfield Community High School from 1924 to 1997. I'll even touch it. All right. And here's another cornerstone. This one once belonged to the American Radiator plant here in Litchfield. This baby is, let's see, I gotta do the math, from 1904, so that would be, what, 126 years old. Okay. I'm sorry, no, 116 years old. It's 2020. I'll touch that one too. And here is one for Route 66. Basically, it just talks about the history of the highway. A lot of stuff that I already know, but some that you probably don't know. Who knows? And then this is the idea about the whole museum, thanks to a man named Dave Jackson. I know it's a little long, but I'll go ahead and scroll down it. Kind of read it out like Star Wars. And to the side of the building is this famous wayside sign. It only shows local attraction. Well, actually, with the exception of Santa Monica, I'm not sure if it's exactly 2,900 miles, but it talks about a lot of the other Route 66 attractions. And as it points out, Ariston Cafe and Jubelts are within walking distance of here. Chicago, 245 miles. Oh, geez. Very nice addition to this museum for any curious traveler. And lastly, behind the museum is this marker. The windmill factory. This one seems to be a lot of details behind it, so this one was probably added within the last 12 months. And also behind the building, anybody can sit and relax and chill, but for those who have kids or want to have a little fun, you can always put your heads right here. All right, so now we're going to go into the Nieman motorcycle dealership. Here we go. And now we are at Niehaus Cycle Sales. And this is so weird because the last time I was here about a year ago, there were tons of motorcycles staying out here, but I guess because of COVID-19, or maybe people aren't just buying enough or motorcycles, they're all gone, or maybe they sold them all. All right, so here is the experience hub. Oh, listen to that baby. Here's the front part, same text as all the others. This one here talks about all the attractions, Route 66 related, and historical attractions as well. It's even got a picture of my man Rich. And it's got the Skyview Drive-In, where we're also going to be visiting in this video. And then you also have the history of Route 66 in Litchfield, plus the rubbing area. It's got Skyview Drive-In. So this is pretty much a cross between a rural and a Route 66 town, much to the dismay of local farmers. But this was also a very popular town. You know, it helped put central southern Illinois on the map. I don't even know if Litchfield is considered even southern Illinois or central Illinois for that matter. But I'm going to go ahead and show you with the text on this one, plus a map. And I'm literally right there. So interestingly, farmers from around here took their cattle trucks to East St. Louis stockyards, which is way long gone. I mean, that was back when East St. Louis was, you know, full of factories and blue collar and whatnot, but of course it's a very different world now. But this was a very exciting place to be a Route 66 resident, or Litchfield resident, during those days, and as well as for those who are traveling. All right, and as always, we're going to see if this baby can play. All right, so it's not working, but that's okay. It's worked at other locations, so. All right, so next and last on the agenda here in Litchfield is the Skyview Drive-In. Come with moi, or me. So now here is Skyview Drive-In, which is a little bit north of town. This is another popular Route 66 attraction. And it's crazy because, you know, the old saying, what's old is new again. Well, that can't be far from the truth because, I mean, because of COVID-19, a lot of the traditional movie theaters that we know of, like the indoor ones, they suffered a lot of financial issues because obviously nobody could go inside there. Even though they have reopened to a limited capacity, drive-ins came back like crazy. And because, you know, obviously social distancing is in order, so it worked out good in their favor. It's going to be open later as soon as it gets darker out, but tonight, which is Friday, Hocus Pocus is showing, which is a classic. Well, I don't want to say classic, but it's a very popular Halloween movie. And there's a screen. I have yet to experience a drive-in movie, by the way, so don't judge. I don't live by one. And here is a historical marker here. This one looks like it was restored because when I was here a year ago, it almost looked like it was destroyed. But I'm glad somebody took the time to restore this. It's got a picture of those dancing hot dogs, trying to get people to the concession stand. Yeah, Elvis. And then it talks about the benefits of being a youth while going to a drive-in. And I don't even know if this is true, but the Skyview, it says here the Skyview is the last original Route 66 drive-in theater in Illinois. Now, I do know they have a Route 66 themed one in Springfield, and I don't know if it's literally off the Mother Road, but I didn't get a chance to go by there, so I'll have to wait and see. And then this is a quote from a local. It talks about how small town life came to an end as soon as Walmart, the big box king, moved to town. And it sounds like he was kind of complaining. You wait until dark to watch a movie and stay out so late. You know, this was a farm community. And the sound button doesn't work, and that's fine. It's nothing new. But I thought I'd show this to you anyway. Looks like there are cars being lined up already. So, hope these guys have fun. Perfect weather too, even though it is a bit chilly out. Alright, well, thank you for tuning into this special Route 66 episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason. I am in Litchfield, Illinois, a proud Route 66 community. Signing off.